Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today playing the Total Warhammer II Battle Replay. So yeah, once again it's paused because of Vanguard antics. So this was actually from another one of Turin's streams. This was a best of 5 against Jontaun of Total Brohammer. So obviously go check out his channel. He's a very good YouTuber, shares his channel with Sakama, both very good players. And yeah, great channel. Go check it out. So actually, this tournament, the games themselves weren't all that close, apart from this one, which was neck and neck. But the tournament itself was very close. But yeah, you know what I mean, right? You know, we basically took turns on thrashing the other one. So yeah, this was definitely the most interesting single match. So this is the only one I'll be casting, I think, from that best of 5. If you want to see the whole thing, though, go over to Turin's channel. It should be archived. You know, he's you know, it's live. You can go see the stream, and yeah, so go check that out. Anyway, so this match, right? So I'm Wood Elves. I'm against the Skaven. So first up, I've got frontline of War Dancers. These guys will absolutely thrash pretty much all Skaven infantry. They'll have a bit of trouble getting through Storm Vermin, but that's basically the only armoured infantry that the Skaven bring. So the War Dancers will perform very well. Also in the back, keeping the War Dancer theme, I've got a couple of War Dancers with Azrai Spears. These guys will absolutely tear apart Rat Ogres. But, you know, they'll do well against other infantry, but it's expensive to charge them into infantry. I really want them on the Rat Ogres, but they're very quick, they're very capable, so, you know, they should be good all-rounders anyway. So, also got Orion, because, you know, as you've seen from recent battles, he just refuses to die, so that's always going to help. Also, I've got a Branch Wraith, so again, having a spellcaster that can't be sniped out easily is really good, especially against the Skaven, where they got a lot of, you know, sort of heavy-hitting things that can just turn up and wipe out a unit and, you know, sod off again. So Branch Wraith, really good to have that survivability, and it also gives +8 melee attack, which means that my really good War Dancers will be able to hit and kill things even quicker. So I'll be able to get through the fodder much quicker, which means that, you know, when there's like loads of things being summoned everywhere, I can deal with the numbers better. So that +8 melee attack, it's going to go a long way in this fight. And also, you know, the healing and, you know, the shadow magic, just great. I love the Branch Wraith. Also in the front line, so this is great. I've got Dryads, basically, Vanguard deployed. I got these mostly to catch out Gutter Runners, and it actually worked especially well here. But what's great about the Dryads is, if we have a look at them, they have magic attacks, which is fantastic. And Gutter Runners and a load of Skaven units have physical resist, but that magic attack means the physical resist won't work. So a lot of their survivability, you know, that's wrapped up in that physical resistance is no longer going to help them. So the Dryad should do really well in this engagement, and they're great damage dealers. They're not getting like great against armor, but I'm not fighting a lot of armor against a Skaven, so they're a great pick. They'll do really well. And also, I've got these 2 units of Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips for the same reason. Having that poison and that magic attacks, they're really going to help kill a lot of valuable units. And because I don't have to worry about the Skaven having 2 sort of high combat stats, they can cycle charge some as well. They will be safe, sort of charging in quickly and getting out of there to help break units, so it's going to be really useful. So also, last but not least, I got a unit of Wild Riders. So usually I don't try and do like a sneaky cavalry, you know, on one end of the map, but here it works great, because of the Vanguard deployment, his focus is going to be on this engagement, which means these guys should be able to sneak around really easily. So if we have a look at Jontaun's army, so as well as his Gutter Runners with poison, which are a massive pick at the moment, everyone's going for them, which is why, you know, having the Dryads here was just great for me. So yeah, Gutter Runners, 3 units, very capable, very expensive though. And also he's got a load of Skaven Slave Spears. So that's a load of great and, well, awful anti-large to be honest, but they're anti-large, and they're dirt cheap. They're about, what, 150 I think, 125, they cost nothing. So having all this fodder is really good against the Wood Elves, who normally bring a lot of archers. So although they don't have shields, it almost doesn't matter. You know, if they die, who cares? They're just wasting ammunition for me by being there, which is great. So it's much cheaper than having a load of more expensive infantry with shields. They'll just soak up a load of the damage, which is great. Also over here, he's got a Warp Lightning Cannon. That I really need to take out early. That will be able to do a lot of damage to Orion, my cavalry. It's just very, very dangerous. Also, he's got an assassin here, and he's being led by Lord Skrulk. So Lord Skrulk, fantastic in this matchup, I reckon. He's very hard to take down. The Liber Bubonicus is really good for taking out, you know, lords and heroes. And also he's got that, what is it, I want to say the Rod of Corruption. I'm not sure if that's true. What's it called? Anyway, he's got an AoE damage thing, which is great against elves, because they don't have very big health pools, so that's going to be really useful. It'll do a lot of damage to my guys. And in the back, so what I was afraid of, actually, is the Storm Vermin, because I don't have a lot of armor piercing. I don't have a lot of counters for, like, you know, armored units. So, luckily, he doesn't have many. He's just got 3, I think. 3 Storm Vermin, one there, and one there. And the rest is Clan Rats, with shields for that missile resist. Very useful. And he's also got 2 units of Rat Ogres. So, yeah, pretty good army. Pretty good. So let's speed things up, and we'll see how it goes. So this initial engagement, I'm just going to charge through. I'm just going to get these guys stuck in. Hopefully they'll blob up around me, and it'll give me good targets for things like the Hounds of Orion, Pedundral Pendulum, Hawk's Talon, you know, all of that good stuff. It'll give me juicy targets by having just thrown these guys in. And honestly, they're not going to take a huge amount of damage fast. You know, they're pretty good damage dealers, so they will start, you know, killing these fodder. So, I mean, look at that on the charge. Like, the Skaven Slaves don't have a chance. So, that's pretty great for me. Unfortunately, the Warp Lightning Cannon is shooting my Hagbane tips, and I am trying to get some focus fire on these Rat Ogres with them. The Rat Ogres coming in here, this will collapse very quickly because of the Rat Ogres. Over on this side, though, you can see these Rat Ogres are moving, you know, into the middle engagement to try and deal with, you know, sort of the center of my line. But over here, I'm buckling this. These are Skaven Slaves, and I'll be able to sort of swoop around. Here, though, Wild Riders, right into the back. Absolutely beautiful. And over here, there's some Storm Vermin and some Clan Rats being held at bay with the Dryads who have already finished off the Slaves. So these Dryads are doing great here. So here you can see a Pedundral Pendulum, but actually, not the best hit. It wasn't as good as I'd like, but it did do a lot of damage to these Clan Rats. It kind of scratched them a bit, but yeah. I mean, it did some damage to the Storm Vermin too, I guess. But I think I could have had a better cast if I'd waited. But I want to just do damage as quickly as possible so I could keep that momentum going. Because right now, as you can see, I've got my Wild Riders trying to chase down these Gutter Runners. And although these guys have got shields, they're going to take a lot of damage chasing. So it's pretty scary, honestly. Gutter Runners very good in this matchup. With all the nets and the poison attacks, they're really going to slow down the Wild Riders. So over in the front line, again, you can see, you know, I am doing some work here. You know, Plague Monks being spawned to help out. Storm Vermin are getting terrified away. They've taken a lot of damage. Over on this side, I've actually got my Azrai Spears coming in to try and help. You can see they're going to intercept these Rat Ogres, hopefully. Nope, Jontaun does a fantastic maneuver away. Oh, no, and then he charges in. Okay, yes, you'll see the Rat Ogres are going to take a lot of damage. But without having any missile resistance on these Azrai Spears, they are going to take a lot from these Gutter Runners, which is very unfortunate. So it's around this point I start bringing in my Glade Riders. So the Glade Riders are coming here, try and help break this line. Because frankly, I need these Clan Rats to run, so it'll lower these guys' leadership. Because they're being attacked on both sides, I just need to collapse on these guys and break them, so I can chase them off as they're fleeing. So you'll see it has moderate success, but not a huge amount. But, you know, every little helps. Over in the middle, you see Orion is basically on his own. The Branch Wraith has been chased off, which is really bad. The Assassin's done very well there. And you see Wild Riders are charging in to try and stop him, but there's so many summoned rats all over the place. There's still 2 units of Rat Ogres. One is very damaged, one is quite healthy. And here you can see these War Dancers have just been getting picked apart. He's got Storm Vermin on them. That is the worst engagement for my War Dancers. So this was sloppy, leaving my War Dancers to get caught out like this. So here I'm going to use another Hawk's Talon, I believe, to try and help break these Storm Vermin. I'm charging in with my cavalry just to try and hit leadership more than anything else. But you see, it's not actually doing a whole lot to their leadership. It's, yeah, pretty dangerous, honestly. Got the Wild Riders, they're going to go off on a tear, I think, at some point. But yeah, I'm just surrounded. There's rats everywhere. Luckily, though, these War Dancers are doing well, mopping up these Storm Vermin. The Dryads are finally broken, which is a shame. I've got some more War Dancers in the back that are going to come back. These Azrai Spears are going to come back as well, so that's good. So yeah, he's not chasing them off. He should be using things like the Skaven Slaves just to chase, you know, fleeing units, because this costs him nothing. To escort off, you know, 40 units is great. You want to use your Skaven Slave Spears for stuff like that, definitely. So over here you can see more Dryads have come back in, but they're fighting, you know, Clan Rats and Spears. They'll do really well here, but it's just such a weak unit at this point that they're probably not going to win out completely here. So I'm bringing more Dryads into the back. I've got some War Dancers. These guys are going to get shattered very soon. They just can't deal with all that Gutter Runner fire, which is a real pity. So also got the Wild Riders. They're back. There's only 9 of them though, and I don't notice it straight away. So managed to get my Branch Wraith back in though, so that's good news. You see, Orion has taken so much damage here. This is really bad for him. So I get an Earthblood down to try and keep him in the fight. Over on this side, he did bring back a load of Rat Ogres to finally break these War Dancers. That's what he needed. He needed the Rat Ogres to come in with a lot of punch He's all, look at these, all these scattered, like, knackered units. These guys aren't going to be much use in the main engagement anymore, because they are so injured. Their leadership is not going to hold out, thanks to, the terror of Orion, who at the moment is on, wow, 300 health. That's pretty bad. So the Cloak of Isha has procced, so he is healing very quickly, but he's taking damage incredibly fast. So this is really sketchy for me. Honestly, this is very sketchy. So here I did manage to terrify Lord Skrulk, and I'm just trying to catch up to him with everything I've got here. I'm bringing in my cavalry, at least I will be in a second. Yeah, I'm getting some shots off on the Rat Ogres, but I need to bring these guys in to help. So they will be coming to try and help fight off Lord Skrulk. So I've got Orion on him again. Orion is down to 120 health, which is nothing. I don't know how he's staying alive. Luckily, get another Earthblood just in time. Goes back up to 300, 400, so that was a real clutch move there. This could have gone really badly. But you can see Jontaun is being very crafty here. As he's running, he's spawning in more rats. So he's bringing more clan rats in, more plague monks, just to get in the way. So I'm having to pass through them. And these guys, right in the combat like this, if I sit and fight them, they're going to get so much value. So I just need to keep running through them. Once again, Orion only on 600 health. Really bad. So here, luckily I'm getting the Azrai Spears into the back to try and get rid of these gutter runners who are getting some good damage on Orion. So yeah, just having them getting chased off a bit is really useful. Now I'm getting them to chase off some of these units that haven't quite shattered. They're coming in for Lord Skrulk, which is great. Here my cavalry are coming in. Unfortunately, my Dryads weren't able to get through the Plague Monks and have got killed, which is very unfortunate. I've got more Azrai Spears there that are broken too. Yeah, luckily I've still got these guys. They're being chased by Skaven Slave Spears, but they're just coming in to try and help in this fight. This is what matters right now. So it's just a race against time, Can he get Orion down to his healing cap and finish him off, or is he just going to keep healing through all this? You've got to remember he gets mad damage resistance, as well as the healing when the Cloak of Isha is procced. So he's really tough to take down. You've got to hit him with something really hard, or just hit him with everything. He's so hard to take down. You need something that can hit him hard. So that Warp Lightning Cannon, that would have been really good about now. But, oh well. Poor thing. So, here you can see Skrulk did manage to do a great maneuver here, so Jontaun sent him back around, back into all the units I'd been trying to run past. And unfortunately, I just don't have a lot of strength left. My cavalry was so tattered running through all this, running this gauntlet. So here you'll see as well, these Rat Ogres are coming back. So the Rat Ogres are coming for Orion. This is a last-ditch effort to kill Orion here. And as soon as the Rat Ogres engage with me, I'm not going to be able to run away from this. I need to just sit and fight and hope I can kill the Rat Ogres quickly enough, before they can do any lasting damage. My Branch Wraith over there, he will come back. He will come back. So that's good. So there we go, just before he gets attacked, which is fantastic. Like a moment later, and they could have just chased him off the battlefield. So he's over there fighting. I've got my War Dancers coming in here to try and charge him. Amazingly, I did manage to fight off a load of guys. There's people shattering. But he's got an Assassin and Skrulk, both on Orion. They've propped trophy heads on him, so that puts his melee defense down to 0. So they're just going to keep hitting him. But amazingly, he's healing through all this, which is just insane. It's amazing that he's still going. But yeah, fighting Skrulk. There's the Assassin that luckily I've managed to keep busy with these War Dancers. And now Terror starts hitting them. It's just Skrulk left in here. He gets terrified, and there's nothing left. So, yeah. Pretty clutch right there. This was just insane. It was just that last-ditch effort to try and take down Orion, and he refused. It's nuts, honestly. He is an absolute terror. You've got to be able to hit him with something that can just do a massive chunk of damage, very quickly. And unfortunately, Jontaun didn't have that once he'd lost the Warp Lightning Cannons. The Gutter Runners were doing some brilliant damage to him. But luckily, I was able just to throw, just the slight, knackered, horrible, poor sacrifices at them. That just, took the shots. But when they were getting shots on Orion, his health was going down very quickly. He was moments from death, but luckily I was able just to bring back enough units to screen for him and keep the Gutter Runners busy until they ran out of ammo. But yeah, they got great value, the Gutter Runners. I mean, it doesn't look like they got a huge amount of kills, but the amount of damage they did to Orion was really solid. The Rat Ogres, they did pretty damn well. I mean, you got to remember, look at the army sizes. So, even some of these slaves with their, 4 and 7 kills, they've pretty much made their money there, right? These guys cost nothing. So even just, a few kills here or there, and just the amount of hindering they did, these guys were well worth the expense. The clan rats, they did alright, but, ish. Again, they're just fodder. this against, you know, elite sort of anti-infantry elves, such as the War Dancers, they don't really stand a chance. But we can see here, the Storm Vermin just did amazingly. These guys did great. If he didn't have these Storm Vermin, it would have been over in seconds. They really just helped to anchor his line and kept him in the fight. Really good in this matchup, because you don't expect a lot of armor, you know? You don't expect the Skaven to bring a lot of armor, so you don't bring a lot of armor piercing. But yeah, Storm Vermin did great, so definitely worthwhile bringing these guys, especially the sword and board ones, because that shield is going to give them missile resistance, and that's going to be great against the Wood Elves. So I'd say this is definitely the best pick from what he brought. But the Gutter Runners being able to slow things down, it makes skirmishing with them really difficult. So, you know, and catching up to them very difficult, even for Wild Riders that are very quick. So it's great. It's a great pick. Same with the Rat Ogres. They're just a must for penning things in and getting some good armor piercing in there. So, you know, very useful. But the Warp Lightning Cannon would have been fantastic if he didn't leave it unguarded. I was able to completely take advantage of that, and I think that cost him dearly. So, you know, imagine that shooting at Orion. That would have been the thing to kill him, because he's very vulnerable. He's a very tall fellow. So you can shoot at him, you know, when he's sort of knee deep in rats. So yeah, that would have won it for him, I think. So yeah, really tense game though. I mean, look at the kills the War Dancers got. It's just so hard to tell if they did any good. I mean, one of the Dryads got a chevron. Other than that, nothing really did apart from the Wild Riders. I think that's mainly the value they got out of the Warp Lightning Cannon. So, you know, nothing really performed hugely. Just everyone did their bit, you know. But yeah, incredibly close match. So guys, go check out Jontaun on Total Brohammer. Tell him I said hi. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.